Longview Kennel Club dog shows. Got long coat chihuahuas in the ring at the moment. And my girls didn't do anything. My Believe showed better than yesterday, but she's still a scaredy cat. And Cotton showed great, but there's a lot of best of breed competition here. I think there's 9 other champions, so there's a lot of. Yeah, go ahead. No problem. I'm gonna take y'all out here to the morning. This is where all the stuff's going on. The toy braids get that little room, which is cool. So got bulldogs going on in ring 6. And got dachshunds going on in ring 7. Lots of hair dryers and blowers in the background. Most of these dogs, especially coated breeds, get a bath every day and their hair fixed perfect. This is a friend of mine, Sue. Got a beautiful long hair dachshund. I used to show them guys about 20 years ago. So this looks like winter's dog competition. They're going to pick the male that they like the most. See if we can get y'all a shot of them. I see somebody join. Welcome. This is something to bark about. We're at a dog show in Longview, Texas, and watching the Dachshund show here in ring 7 with Judge Miss Lou Olson. She's from Arkansas. And here they go. Good morning, Colleen. Welcome, welcome. All right. Sue won winner's dog, looks like. I don't think that was breed. That's some kibbles and bits going on over here. Every time I see a bulldog, that's what I think. Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. Yes, Colleen, I am so glad that I got to come, and this is like my second family. Dog shows. I mean, there's some people here I've known 40 years. And it's always cool to see friends and make new ones. Most every show I meet somebody new, and now that I'm doing this, I got my something to bark about cards that I hand people and tell them, if you want to see your dogs, here's where you go. This is different. I haven't watched bulldog judging, but typically, I guess the judge is looking, I don't know what she's looking, the rear. I'm sure bulldog people would enlighten me real quick, but I didn't realize the judge come around and looked at their rear. Now she's looking at their front. Welcome everybody joining. I just jumped on here live for a minute. Wanted to. Now I think she's. Oh, I guess she placed. That's your winners there. Still got doxies going on over here. Can y'all hear me okay? I know I'm shaky holding the camera with it zoomed in. I'll zoom it back up. Won't be quite as shaky. I'm gonna walk around and show y'all. This show, the crating is all here outside the ring. Thank you, Colleen. Big old mastiff babies laying here. My cousin is gonna take my babies on the road so they can learn this game better. Pembroke Welch Corgi. I love me some corgis. They are smart babies. Let's see, looks like we're fixing to get French bulldogs in the ring. There's a Frenchie over here. Here comes a corgi. I'm so sorry, Colleen. I'm sure that's not a good feeling. Let's see. Every Frenchie you see is mean. I haven't had that before. One of my buddies had Frenchies. Hi, Amanda, welcome. And they were just wild. They wouldn't bite, but they were super hyper. You know, that's the one thing about my battle is the doctor told me that I can have the surgery and remove the spot on my lung and won't have to have chemo or radiation. So I'm very grateful because I've seen several people go through that and it does not look like a fun thing to endure. My prayers are out for everybody that is going through and fighting the battle. We got this judge, I'm not sure, I think he's for good, thank you for that. Yeah, this doctor explained that he was writing everything down and he wrote down chemo first and he said that affects your whole body and makes people sick, that a lot of people react differently. And he said the radiation, they could target the spot, but they wouldn't know if they got it for sure, and I'd have to keep getting tested. And then they said and he was writing all this down, and I was already pointing at number 3 before he got to it. He said the surgery to remove it, and I was like, number 3. And here comes the corgis. This is probably for best of breed, I'm not sure. They're hard to tell, boys and girls, just from looking from a distance anyway. And this Frenchie over here must be a baby. And he is like, nope, I don't want to walk on leash. I don't want to go in that ring. I don't know people. And Miss that corgi. That's a beautiful corgi right there. I bet you that's your winner. Beautiful dog. And the Frenchie is being carried around the ring. Sometimes that happens. You know, people that complain about show dogs and stuff, they don't understand. If the dog don't like it, we don't make them do it. And this is probably a puppy that could be its first show. Let's see who's going to win in the corgis here. My bet is on the one right there in the middle. Yep, told you. All right, we're gonna walk on around. We'll start carrying the Frenchie. Bless her heart. I'm telling you, especially if you train dogs, there's nothing more humbling to go in a ring and your dog go, nope, not today. If we can go this direction, I'll go, but I'm not going that direction. All right. Oh, that must have been the male corgis. This would be the females. You can tell they're more petite. And that's a young one. Guessed in the 6 to 9 month old age frame, not sure. We're still trying to get she's like, if I can go out of the ring, I'm going to do it. Like I said, the setups are all out here. People are grooming. Hey, Brunson, welcome. There, lots of hard work goes on. Hair and no hair, man. They go at it. And these dogs love it. Oh, got a Great Dane puppy over here. Got a hat rack on. I'm trying to think of the YouTube friend that has the Great Dane, Otis. I remember the dog, but I don't remember the person's name, which is typical. Here's a Harlequin puppy. Hey, sweetie. How old? 4 months. They're pretty. They're going to be on my YouTube channel, Something to Bark About. If you want to check it out. We're just making our way through. Hey there.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. There's a guy, I guess a friend of yours, that sent me a friend request on Facebook.
Oh, really?
And he looks a lot like Brian that does the photography. I'll have to look and see.
Yeah.
I don't accept friend requests unless
Right.
I know who the hell they are.
Yeah, I get it. I have no clue. I've
I
started
don't have my phone with me.
doing this YouTube thing and been getting, in fact, I'm live right now, but getting people they're joining, which is great. I hit my 1,000 subscribers a couple weeks ago.
You're there. I'm not coming say.
Giving
Well,
directions
she's
from
got
all
my
the way.
winners on there because it was tight, I thought, on.
Ah, good to see you. It's like we got lots of Dane, Lukey, a whippet. Got border collies going on down here. Poodles trying to get through. Gets a little frantic. Changing dogs. Thanks. I think that dog hit her in the head. It's Caney Corsos. And that's my cousin right there that just is gonna win it, maybe. Yep. She got best of winners or something. Let me got in here. Yeah, Amanda, they are. I think Great Danes are going to show here in that ring in a second. Got the border collies going. You talk about smart. You don't see that lemon and white color very often. It's a chocolate and white. But typically your black and whites. Smart babies. Your brother has a border collie or a Great Dane, Colleen. For instance, I have a corgi and a Frenchie as co-workers. Cool. Let's see who this judge is. I don't know if y'all can see that. Maybe too close. I can't say that last name. Oh, Caney Corso. Cool. Let's walk on around and see what we can find. Lots of babies over here getting groomed. Sound in the background's all the blow dryers going. Looks like we got labs going over here. It gets a little crowded around here. I get tickled at show labs. They're just so squatty bodied chunks, you know. A lot of the labs that come into boarding, they're long bodied, longer legged. That one right there is probably going to win. And your labs come in 3 colors. Hey Val, welcome. We're in Longview, Texas at the Longview shows. Let's see who wins on labs. I picked mine. It's going to be the second one here. They're all beautiful. But this one would be my winner. Yellow lab. This is gonna be for best of breed. That's the Winter's dog and Winter's bitch at the back. There. I was going to get into judging, but if I had done it, my goal was when I turned 40, I was going to go for being a judge. But things changed, took care of my parents, which I'll never regret. That was the greatest thing in life for me to get to do. But I did. By the time I could have went for judging, it's changed so much. It's changed so much, and it's so expensive. You have to do traveling and pass these tests, and you don't get paid doing it until you actually get your license. So, all right, we're gonna walk back around. They got a raffle going on over here to raise money for the club. We're back on Border Collies. I'll get back down here, and all them Great Danes gathered there. I'm sure it's getting close to them showing. Let's see if I can pick it here. I'd put money on that one. Plus, it's supposed to be the dog and breed gets breed standard. But there's no doubt these professional handlers that do it every weekend, they're professional versus owner handles. These, of course, the whole background of dog shows is the breeders. And if it wasn't for the breeders, there wouldn't be none to show. I kind of like this lemon. I don't think I've seen a lemon colored. And here's a chocolate. But yeah, picking here, I'm going with the girl in the red. Gonna be breed. I think the lady in the blue is gonna do something. And he may like the lemon. If somebody comes in, I'm sorry if I don't see your chat. It's kind of hard. The lighting in here on my phone makes it hard to see. Oh my goodness. I might be totally wrong in this breed. Didn't see that. All right, the chocolate one. Let's go on back around. I wish I could bottle those puppies' energy. I'm on the wrong side of the room to see which breeds are in when. Each of the rings has a sign that tells you who the judge is, and we're going to take us a seat right here and watch corgis and Frenchies for a minute. Must have been a big entry of corgis. She didn't pay attention to the judge. Oh, I guess he does want them back. And kids showing dogs. Dog shows are the second oldest sporting event in America. Kentucky Derby is number one, and dog shows are number two. And Westminster is the oldest kennel club in the country. And I had the privilege of going to Westminster one time as a surprise trip. And I don't think I could breathe the whole trip. I was in such amazement of the people I got to see. And judges, icons, written many of the books on dogs, having lunch with judges in the upper deck, that just because two of my special buddies, they wanted to make me get the experience of Westminster. Man, like I said, I don't think I took a breath the whole time I was there. Went to the Show Dog of the Year awards and this big gala, and had to wear formal and all that. And a limousine is waiting to pick me up at the hotel. This would be my cousin that's being a goofball. We are live on Facebook. I was just showing your Cane Corso down there.
Cane Corso, we got it. That was Kai.
Kai? Yep. I've been getting several Canes boarding the last couple of months. I don't know where they're coming from, and they're nice dogs. I've been impressed. And both, I don't think they're related, but both dogs were like 7 months old and just gorgeous. That was funny. Your buddy y'all were motioning back and forth, but 10 rings away.
That dog back there in front, and I was trying to see if there was a crossover or not. Anyway.
Yeah. Terry is a professional handler, and she shows Beast, the number one mastiff in the country. And his name is appropriate because he is a beast of a dog. Yes, I agree, Colleen. I don't know where they're coming from in Camden, but I have had, I think, 3 this summer, new people, first-time boarders, and these big old chunk dogs come in, and they were, I think one was 7 months and others were around 9 months, but super, super sweet. But being from Camden in a small town, although we do have people moving there, thankfully, Camden is known for our missile plants. We have the largest, like Lockheed Martin and all that stuff. And people drive from a couple hundred miles or 100 miles back and forth to work. It's just unbelievable because there's no housing hardly. But I have had a few new ones move, and I know that's why they're coming to Camden is the defense industry. I'm always skittish about saying that because, where would be the first place to get hit? That's scary. But Camden's defense industry goes back in the 1950s. My parents worked out there at one of the plants, and they had all these bunkers and stuff. And y'all check this out. I'm talking about loving the little ones. All right, now zoom in. But I don't know. She's probably 8, 9. She's got her dress on and her armband. It's as cute as can be. She's doing a great job. When you zoom back out, I know I get real shaky when I zoom in. I'm trying not to talk real loud, but I'm hoping y'all can hear me. I appreciate y'all joining. Like I said, I got done showing my girls and thought, I was videoing the garden that they have a little park out front, and it's just gorgeous with flowers and a pond with waterfall. And so I was videoing that. I was like, might as well go in and go live. So I appreciate y'all finding me. Thank you, Colleen. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I know I'm over the 1K mark on subscribers, but now I need the watch hours. So you folks that are joined for the first time, please check out my channel. And if you love dogs, that's what we're all about. And I got to come to Longview, Texas. This show is always fun, and I have lots of friends here that I'm excited to get to see. Yeah, Colleen, I know you watch, and I see you in other chats that I follow. Some of the crazy side of the world. I don't know. I'm going probably the lady in yellow again. There's a guy right behind her, Randy. Yep, it's going to be Randy. And there we go. Randy got best of breed. That's best of winners and best of opposite sex, I think. No, I'm wrong. I think they're in the class bitches, if I'm guessing. Like I said, I'm sitting on the other side, so it's hard to see this young one. She got second. And her dog is like, I don't know about second place. Darla always calls that kiss your sister second. Got another youngin' with a Boston.
That's not a mismark, they're just different colors. Most judges want to get white. I like a tri. I have a tricolor at home.
There must have been a big dachshund entry too. They're still going on doxies.
Yeah, all in my house. I have a lot of hair. My Roomba stays at overtime. It's always running. But they're
Well,
great
hey,
breeds. They
Coop.
really are. They're great with
Welcome.
kids. They're lovable dogs.
I've been missing your shows. This must be a veteran. When everybody gets to clapping and hollering, usually it's because it's a dog in the veteran class, which I don't know the age, but probably 7 plus, between 7, 10, 11 years old. That one doesn't look that old, but it's always cool when you see the veteran dogs because they love it. They don't. I'm my puppy out and just on the road and the traveling and get her to try to get believe where she likes this game because she ain't liking it too much with me. Yay for the old guy or old girl. Old girl. Oh, Mr. Coop was with Tug tonight.
Nice to him. I haven't shown
Morning, Tiny.
the rest of the day.
Well, Teeny or Tiny? Tiny Pageant. I didn't watch Tug's show last night. I was listening to it on my way traveling. I got Megan and Tug's, I don't know, probably Thursday or Wednesday night show. 10, like a 10 rope. Okay, thank you. That's okay. You're busy woman with them beautiful babies. Thank you. But I will watch. I'll be the replay crew because that story just gets wilder and wilder every day. That's why I like to do this stuff. To me, this is my vacation. When I'm not at Wagging Tails and taking care of other people's babies, this is where I like to be. And Darla will stay home and take care of the babies. And my customers trust Darla as much as they do me. And I can leave with peace of mind. Venom, welcome. Welcome. But I can leave with peace of mind that everything's good. And the trade-off is she loves to go fishing with Doc Betty, our retired vet, has a family pond and stuff in Mississippi. And so Darla and Doc Betty go fishing for 3 or 4 days, which she did last weekend. And it was so hot. I'm like, y'all are crazy going to sit down on a pond. It's really almost a small lake. It's a big thing. But I sent her a picture that was in my memories of a 5 or 6 pound bass she caught a couple, 3 years ago. And she caught a 6 pounder or something. She was so tickled. I said, yeah, because it sent you that picture to remind you what you was looking for. I will have to listen to the Tug and Mr. Coop. Venom, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I am at a dog show, so that's where I like to be. My girls, believe, showed better today than yesterday, but she's like, you want this stranger to come up and touch me all over and look at my teeth. She's just, I think they're changing handlers here or something. This fella, he might have special needs. And that's the thing with dog shows too, man. It don't matter who you are. If you love dogs, and I think this judge is allowing this lady to come in to get the best out of the dog. Because, the handler is a huge part of it. That's why professional handlers win all the time because they work at it and do it all the time. So I'm wondering if this little man will take the dog back or she's going to stay on him. Yep, looks like he's going to come back. And I think that's wonderful when a judge does that. That is just a wonderful thing. Oh, Venom, I am excited too. We're going to have fun, and I will probably be on the road. And I'm hoping I'll have a good signal, but I'm excited. It's just going to be fun because I know Star loves dogs and Rogue loves dogs and I love dogs, so what could go wrong? The only thing is they're going to be pushing all the buttons, and I got tickled. Star was going to said we may have to do a test run earlier, and I'm like, yep, y'all know me pushing buttons. I mess up every time. But I'm kind of tickled. Well, I just went live straight on YouTube with this. But I have been learning my Restream, Mr. Coop, on my phone. And if I can ever get my theme music to play that Mr. Paul Voss did for me, I'll be tickled. And I hate to have this shot with some of the... somebody goes on my channel and watches what I did, and they're like, well, that was a good angle, but I am sitting. Thank you, Venom. I appreciate that. It has been fun, and meeting folks like y'all. You know, I came from Jeremy's community. Really first started YouTube watching. That was who I watched. And, you know, didn't really get into it that much. And now I don't even watch TV. If I've got something time, I'm going to get on YouTube and watch these other creators' shows. And I've met some really cool people doing it. I just love that. Thank you, Brunson. I hope it'll be okay. I hope let's see, the little girl win something. It's a different little girl, but looks like she got best of winners. Dachshunds are still going on down there. Man, they had a big entry of Doxies. I had Smooth. Well, this is Longs and Smooth, though. I don't remember. They show separate or together. I guess they're separate. I had Smooth standard Dachshunds and long-haired standard Dachshunds. The miniatures are 11 pounds and under, and anything over 11 pounds makes it a standard, but you can see a huge difference between a miniature Dachshund and a standard. Oh, let's see, we got Whippets going on. Thought as many Great Danes was over there, we'd start seeing Great Danes. Yep, y'all turned me into a tuber. Like I said, when I'm at home and if I'm doing something with the daycare dogs, I just put my earbuds in, and I may not be a part of the chat, but I can listen to the shows. See, that would be a miniature going right there on the down and back. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm kind of far away. I do know the miniatures and standards show together. And that one on the table now, the lady in yellow, let's see if I can zoom in. That is a standard. Pretty good sized dog. I have to zoom out because if I zoom in, I get it
doing, darling?
shaking. I'm good. I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, how you doing? I'm curious to know, what did my competitors say about me today in the ring?
Nothing.
Okay, she's been giving me trouble last weekend.
Ah. Introduce who this is.
This is Jaconda. This is Jaconda Maria Salazar. Hi, Jaconda.
And she is from
She's from Peru. She's 4 years old on one day. Yesterday was her 4-year
Oh.
anniversary.
birthday.
Birthday, and she is so sweet.
Did
She is the sweetest.
did she have a birthday?
Last I sang to her in the hotel room.
And so you are?
But my name's Derek from McKinney.
That would be McKinney, Texas.
McKinney, Texas.
Yep.
Y'all means y'all.
Yep. And
Just trying to have some fun.
moved here from
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
Trying to slay in the ring.
He's
What we bring is personality.
he does.
Oftentimes, what we have in the ring, particularly in the Chihuahua ring today, are dogs and bitches with no personality. And they keep winning.
Derek
Look
has
who won today. It's
the
Princess Moana versus Princess Gioconda. But Gioconda is from Peru. She's very, very, very sweet.
She reminds me of Kelsey.
I love her very much.
Her and my Kelsey are a lot alike.
And she is just a sweetheart.
She goes all over the world. Derek travels.
She's been a lot of different places.
Where was y'all's recent trip? You were
We
in.
were in Paris and the Netherlands.
Wow. We have the Netherlands join our channel quite a bit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
That's exciting.
we do.
Oh, were you live now?
Yeah.
Oh, how y'all doing?
I told you that when you walked
I
up.
would have done my hair. But really,
yeah.
we need more. My hope is that we have more personality in the rings, and that we are welcoming to the owner handle individuals in the rings, because oftentimes at the show the handlers have way too much dominance and sway with the AKC. It's an issue that's so pervasive across the dog community. It's really a deterrent, particularly for new exhibitors to come in and start showing dogs, to enter into this sport where numbers are declining.
Well, we were just having that conversation about the professionals because I was on several rings just sitting there and I'd pick the winner. And a lot of times it was the professional, but they go every weekend. They're paid to do this and they have some really great dogs. Sometimes their dogs aren't that great and it's just because they're the person somebody sees all the time.
Yeah.
Let's see who. Venom said you look fine.
Who's that?
Venomous
doing,
Venom.
Seriously, it's an issue. But if y'all have never been to an AKC dog show, you need to come out. You need to see what this is all about. It's really crazy. Like, look at that beautiful dog.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know.
Aussies in the ring. Well, we've had to train Derek to be more southern. You know, yesterday he come as a cowboy.
I did, y'all.
And-
I came as a cowboy.
And the only issue I have, and I will share your picture that we took, you need a cowboy hat.
There's a cowboy hat. That
No.
was my Jason Aldean cowboy hat.
Do you know
But I had
Who-
a dinner plate on.
who Festus is?
Yeah.
You don't know.
I do
Have
not.
you ever heard of Bonanza? Isn't that y'all help me out? Is it Bonanza? Where was Festus? All you older folks like me, help me out, chat, because he looked like Festus with his hat yesterday.
We went to the taco place next door for lunch, and they thought I was a Mennonite. They're from Chihuahua, Mexico. And in Chihuahua, the Mennonites, and I have pretty decent Spanish, so hablo en muy poquito español. The Mennonites supposedly speak really good Spanish, and they're white, and they thought I was a Mennonite.
Wow.
I'm not a Mennonite, but I am from Pennsylvania, so I've grown up with the Amish.
Gunsmoke.
So-
Thank you, Colleen. Gunsmoke. You need to Google Gunsmoke
Gunsmoke.
and look at
Okay.
Festus.
Festus.
And that's what your hat looked like.
And that is
I
something
have
to bark about.
I have a real cowboy hat at home. And I called Darla last night. I'm like, I'm gonna have to give Derek my hat because he looks like Festus, and she knew exactly. And I said, he's so young, he's not even gonna know who Festus is.
I don't
But
know Festus.
you
I'm
gotta.
older than I look. I'm almost 50.
Well,
I'm pushing 50.
you still a baby. Gunsmoke. Yeah, everybody's helping me out. Dodge City, Kansas. No, you definitely not a Mennonite, Venom says.
Do I look like a Mennonite? No, but I do make a good. You all know what gobs are from Pennsylvania.
I have no idea what that
Delicious.
means.
Some whoopie pies. It's 2 pieces of chocolate cake.
Oh.
With the white creamy icing in the middle.
Ah, like a whoopie pie. Yeah, I
But
know
a
what
gob.
the.
It's not a whoopie pie. It's a gob. Where I'm from, we call them gobs.
Wow. Well, what did I bring everybody this morning? All my friends.
Beautiful, beautiful, delicious cupcakes. And they were delicious.
I think this is my 7th or 8th year that I have went and bought cupcakes and brought to friends and back to the hotel where we stay. And what started that was Oops was a puppy, and the TV wouldn't work. And so they was bringing a different TV in, and I put Oops in the bathroom just for a few seconds. Well, that TV wouldn't work. So they go get another one, and I put her back in the bathroom. Well, she was like 5 or 6 month old puppy. So she decided a little wallpaper on the corner in the bathroom needed to be redone. And she left a hole about, I don't know, it was about a $50 size. But I felt so bad, and I went and told the manager and showed her. And she was like, oh, that's nothing. Nobody will see that. Well, I was horrified, But it was their fault that I even had to put my dog in the bathroom for a minute. But I'm sorry deal, I brought cupcakes back to the hotel. And that has become a tradition. Every year I take cupcakes to the hotel, and the last couple of 3 years I've got them for my special Chihuahua friends. So,
They were delicious.
yep. Hey, Quill, welcome. Welcome. We got 11 folks in here, and I just clicked on go live, and I'm doing my first collab tomorrow with 2 friends, Star and Rogue, that have channels, and we're going live together tomorrow at 12.
Cool.
So probably be on my way home, and I'm hoping I'll keep a good signal.
Okay, y'all. Well, I'm off. What I want
Thank
to
you.
do, my homework is what I think is so interesting about dog shows is when the handlers look like the dogs. So I always look at them, and I can always make the resemblance between the dog and the handler. I may not look like her, but when you're looking at these dogs, just think about that. And my hope is that that's something you'll never be able to get
Out of your head. Yep.
With that all, this is Derek from McKinney, where y'all means y'all in McKinney, Texas.
You're a
and
mess.
That is something to mark about.
You're a mess.
Bye, dogs.
Love you. Venom says, not all. My dog was born in Amish country. She was supposed to be a Jack Russell, but I got a majority of Beason Hound, King Charles, Jack Rat, but she is primarily a Beason. Wow. Oh, got 17 viewers. Cool. It's hard to see the screen on the phone. I think it's just the lighting where it's hitting. And I'm trying not to be shaking around. Oh, we got a Shibu Inu. That's hard to say. Shibu Inu. I always thought I'd like one of these dogs. They got a fox-like head, and y'all can see it when they go around. Hey, Venom, that's cool. Yeah, Derek has become a special friend. He's only been in the Dallas area. McKinney, Texas is close to Dallas, but I think he's been here about 4 or 5 years now, and he's just a hoot. And he's fit in with my Chihuahua buddies, and I'll tell y'all, we've got a big surprise for him tonight at dinner that I think is going to be pretty funny. He's one that's always pulling stunts and doing stuff, and so we got a plan. I'll let y'all know tomorrow. I don't want to say it because he might see it and tip him off, but it's like, I don't know, 460s plus, and I don't know how old Candace is. She's probably in her early 50s, and then Derek is not 50 yet. It's a different colored Shiba Inu there, the second one. We'll get a close-up. This is probably puppies, the way it's wanting to turn before he gets there. You can see the other one is, I've just always thought they were a cool dog. Got that foxy looking head. Can't see the red one. There's all kinds of breeds I've said I was gonna get, but when I went to Chihuahuas, I was like, I'm done. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one that color either. It's unique. The judge didn't like it. It don't have to be. Now this one looks bigger. I'm guessing that red one is a puppy. But the one up front looks a little taller, and it's a different color. Thank you, Venom. I hope you are doing well. See, this is a darker Shibu. Definitely older. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Venom, and we will get to have fun in the live tomorrow. Y'all tell folks about it for me. I'd sure appreciate it. You have friends in Osaka, Osaka. I don't know how to say that, Osaka, who have a couple of them. Yeah, I've always thought they were gorgeous little dogs. I don't know their personalities, but I would guess they're just kind of aloof dogs that they like their owners, and I don't know if they make good family pets. I have no idea. I'm not going to say something I don't know. I didn't know Venom wasn't doing good. Hope you get better, Venom. It's no fun having medical issues. There's a beautiful red and white Aussie. You don't see that color a whole lot. Well, we done lost. You know, sometimes when I'm doing this, I want to say, hey, I'm doing a live here. Give me the right shot. Does she like the red one better? Nope. That one, the darker one, got best of breed. I'll tell you a funny story real quick, then I'm going to let y'all go. Been on here 60 minutes. Wow. Ups, my Chihuahua, my grand champion, my retired vet, Doc Betty, has a blue merle Aussie, and she's about 14 now, 13, 14. But when she was a baby, somehow Doc Betty and the puppy was coming through the gate on my porch. And when Ups met that puppy nose to nose, and it was just funny. But Ups didn't like her. And no matter what I done, and anytime Betty's dog's name is Spark, and anytime Spark barking, Ups would go nuts. So we're at a dog show, and I'm setting rings. Ups is in my lap, and he hadn't moved. And all of a sudden, a blue merle Aussie is doing this right here, and Ups nearly jumped out of my lap. She thought that was Spark, and she was going to get her. And I'm like, you are kidding me. You can tell a blue merle from a black and white Aussie or red, any other color. It was so funny. But she did. And to this day, if Doc Betty and Darla was coming home last weekend, and Spark will be in the back seat barking when they drive up. And I mean, Ups goes running. She knows Spark is there. Oh, we got poodles in the next ring. I'm gonna film these for a second. And yeah, Teeny, I agree. They are not colorblind. And I've said that for years with the dogs, seeing they know when their owners drive up for daycare. And it can be 3 black trucks, but they know when it's their black truck. It just blows my mind. I have to tell one customer that he will drive up and sit in his truck on the phone for a little bit before he comes in, and I've had to tell him, don't do that. If you pull into my property, Sadie knows it, and she's going nuts waiting for you to come in the door. So had to have a long talk with him. Who do y'all like? Let's see. I'm liking the Merle. They're all beautiful. It's a pretty red Merle. Let me just go. You're welcome, Quill. Thank y'all for joining. Oh, he went with the black one, black and white. Yeah. Dogs never cease to amaze me. It's like folks with the cancer issues. Oh, I don't think he chose. Yeah, he did. This must be for reserve. But they were doing testing in Houston, and this dog was going through, and they had cancer cells in this box, and they would go by, and the dog would find the box with the cancer cells, which was amazing. And then the lady that was running this program, a dog kept going to her, and she just kept ignoring it. And finally, she got tested and had cancer. And that dog had been telling her for quite a while. This must be a young poodle. And it's like, why is a stranger touching me and looking at my teeth?
Now, I want you all to look at that.
Uh-oh.
Now, look at her hair and look at that dog.
Oh, our Derek
There are
is back.
characteristics where we start to match our dog as
He's,
the handler
yep.
or the owner.
He's showing how these dogs look like their owners, and
She looks good. I'm not
I
criticizing
kind of
her.
agree.
I mean, she looks good. She looks pretty. She's well put together. She's moving well. Greens are really pretty color on her. But look at the hair,
Yep, you're right.
just like the dog.
You're gonna make me start noticing stuff that I
And look on the
haven't.
left ring as well. The hair, just like the dog. We start to become our dogs because we love them so much.
That's right.
They become a part of us.
I'm looking more Chihuahua
We
like
are
every
one.
day.
You need to dye your hair red,
Yes.
Derek.
I'm putting
Dye your hair
Yes.
I'm putting a paw print in mine.
red. I know.
Like another one. Everyone, not everyone, but more so than not, people look like their dogs. And definitely
Candace, I am live on YouTube,
make sure you film the hound group.
and he keeps wrecking my no. He's getting all kinds of comments going on here. But this is our friend Candace. She's one of the Chihuahua buddies. Has beautiful Chihuahuas, and she puts up with him, Cowboy. That's what I got him a hat though. Do you know who Fez from Gunsmoke?
Is that the one from Brokeback Mountain?
No, don't go there. No, yeah, way different. Festus was family friendly. You know, this was probably back in the 50s. But I told him to look up Gunsmoke and Festus because that's what that hat looked like yesterday.
They thought I was a Mennonite yesterday.
You're crazy.
We're rocking the Mennonite hat.
It's definitely Festus. I'm gonna find Gunsmoke so I can show y'all who I'm talking about.
Send it to us.
Yep.
Y'all have fun.
Thanks. We're gonna go over here and see the palms, and then I'm gonna end this. It's Miss Nancy going by. She's the show chair that's done all the work putting these shows on. I did that for 20 years in Camden, and I know what it's like. Let's look at these palms. Isn't this a different color? I don't know if that's considered a chocolate. Don't know. I don't think I've seen a palm that color before. Yeah, Brunson. I have to watch Derek. I never know what's going to come out of his mouth. He's pretty funny. Your sister dog alerts to low blood sugar. Yes. My Chihuahua Promise, she would get on my neck and like want to get up on my shoulders, and I would, at first I didn't know what the deal was, but then I realized she was doing that a couple of days, and then I'd have a migraine, a really bad one. And it was like she was alerting me to that. Me going back to your quills talking about fetching specific things. Teeny says my Jack Russell had 3 toys the same except for color, and you could tell her to go get a certain color and she would get it. Yeah, there's nothing that they just amaze me and have for 45 years. My sister's dog alerts to low blood sugar. Nodie, welcome. My brother shows dogs. My mom and grandmother did too. Cool. Where's your brother from? What do they show? Welcome. Yeah, Brunson, we're gonna have to get on to Derek. I when he's around and doing lives, it's like, you know, do I really want to go there? I don't think I've ever seen a palm that color. It's almost like a chocolate. It's pretty. Yeah, they definitely have fluffy butts. We'll get a close look of it here in a second. Until it gets blocked. Yeah. Judge likes the darker color. Well, guys, thank y'all for joining. I don't know if I'll come back on later. We got a poodle puppy having a big time. into sporting breeds. Cool. Well, I've had dogs and let's say working, sporting, hounds, toys. I think that's it. This is definitely a young puppy learning the game, saying, let's play, let's play. Oh, got different colored palms. I guess I've been missing out on the palm world for a while. They have really come up with some colors. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for joining. This was longest live. And y'all be sure to catch us tomorrow with Star and Rogue. I think it'll be a fun time. And then I can let you in on what we did to Derek. So it's going to be a fun evening. Love you guys. And remember, there's always something to talk about. Have a great day.